Hello. Welcome to another episode of Pre-Workout Chat. Today is Sunday, August 18th, 2024. And, today we're going to be going over a lot of data. Essentially, due to some circumstance, I just had to make some minor tweaks in what I am doing so far. I didn't really have to make that much changes. It's just been some things that's been changed around a little bit. Oh yeah, by the way, if you're wondering what this is coffee. Um, I have some of that, some of this like multi collagen stuff in here. It's the flavor is golden milk and turmeric, so it's like this collagen mix that has like turmeric in it and stuff like that. It's been sitting in my cabinet a lot because I didn't like it at first, but it's actually starting to grow on me. So I have this mixed with my coffee, and of course, I got 2 tablespoons of honey in here and a little bit of soy milk. But it's perfect actually. I enjoy the taste now. I think I think my taste buds have matured a lot more because I'm not eating so much processed sugar. Um, and I'm doing a lot of my own home cooking. So I think that's made my taste buds kind of like change a little bit because if you think about it, your taste buds, especially with American food, your taste bud is just getting assaulted by a lot of salt, a lot of processed sugar, a lot of carefully planned fats and stuff like that. So that kind of overwhelms your natural sense of taste, and it kind of forces your palate to have to change in order for you to be able to consume these products. Think about like when you eat spicy food, right? You know, first you start out with like a mild type of heat. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bit of peppers in there, right? Then it's jalapeno peppers. Then it starts getting into more some of the more extreme hotter peppers and stuff like that. But you start low, and eventually your tolerance builds up, and then before you know it, you're eating like Taco Bell Diablo sauce, like it's regular hot sauce. You know what I'm saying? The same thing works with your taste buds. But anyway, so today's episode, we're just gonna go over some of the minor changes and stuff that I'm making to the diet and to the workout routine. Again, it's not really a lot. It's more like just changing some things around, changing some days around, and I'll get to what kind of inspired these changes. So let's go into the diet. So you know if you guys stuck with me in the program, originally I kind of started this with a carnivore only diet. It was all right. The carnivore diet was all right. I did see rapid fat loss, but I think in the beginning I was really confusing my body adjusting to a diet and basically the water fluctuation. So when I started that carnivore diet and basically eliminated all the carbs, yes, there was a substantial weight loss. Like I went from like 360 all the way down to 347, and it was like so fast. It was all within a week. But then as my body started to adjust to the diet, the weight started going back up, and it just kind of stayed like around 355, 357 for a little bit. My performance in the gym was okay. I really wasn't able to push myself a lot. My muscles was, fatiguing faster and stuff like that. And so it was in the beginning of the journey, it was a lot of me making changes and stuff with the diet, the exercise and stuff like that. Eventually I started to incorporate, carbs back into the diet, and I started getting better performance in the gym. So the muscles definitely perform well when there's carbs in the system. Um, like just simply adding fruit and vegetables into it was like a terrific change. Overall, the diet really wasn't sustainable because just eating meat, fruit and vegetables really wasn't enough for me. Yeah, I mean, because you have to understand, I'm 34 years old. I turned 35 in October, and for pretty much all my life, I've been eating the standard American diet and stuff like that. So I've been eating all of these junk foods and stuff like that. That's has a lot of salt, a lot of sugar, and a lot of carbs and a lot of fats and stuff like that. So that's what I'm used to. I'm used to eating burgers. I'm used to eating French fries and stuff like that. So that's why the diet really wasn't sustainable. It required too much willpower, and even though it's very hard to admit this to ourselves, we have to admit like where we're at. You know what I'm saying? Like you can only be so strong. You can only be so beautiful. You can only have so much of something going on that you have to realize what your limits are. Yes, you can push your limits and overcome your limits, but again, that takes even more willpower to do. And at the point in time when I kind of started that, I did not have that much willpower. After all, this is not the first time that I've started a diet, started a workout routine, and end up crashing. It's always been just a nasty, never-ending cycle. It's like I would start something, it would go well a little bit, then something's crashing, and it's really more of an internal self-sabotage when you think about it. So yeah, that's what happened. And so eventually what ended up happening is I just end up, it came to a point where I crashed. Everything kind of came to a stop, and but it was a relatively fast turnaround. I had caught COVID and stuff like that. It had kept me out of the gym for a little bit. But then when I got back to it, I decided to just go with a more stable, more sustainable diet, a diet that has carbs pretty much balanced. You know what I'm saying? You got carbs, you got your fats, you got your meats, you got your veggies, you got your fruit. You even have room for a little bit of chocolate, like chocolate covered almonds and stuff like that. I like to get the dark chocolate and coconut shaving covered almonds. Pretty good. It's really good if you're having like bad cravings and stuff like that. Highly suggest it. Like a nice dark chocolate with a coconut, just covered an almond. Like 1, 2, 3 of those, and you're pretty much good. At least it works for me. Give it a shot if you're curious. Still not that many calories too. That turmeric is pretty good. But anyway, so that's what the diet became, because after the COVID thing, I really became very focused on hypertrophy. And the reason why I did that was strategy. I enjoy the process of, building muscle, building strength and stuff like that. The hypertrophy aspect of the training was very attractive to me, and that's what kept me in the game. And I felt myself slipping. I felt myself, getting depressed and slipping into this state of mind where I'm probably just going to give up and stuff, just delete the YouTube channel and all that stuff. So that's why I went into the hypertrophy, because the hypertrophy was what I enjoyed. So when I felt myself slipping, I just went into what I enjoy. Same thing with the diet. I felt my diet going off course. I kept crashing. I kept ordering pizza and stuff like that. Like after 2 weeks of the diet, I felt like I needed to do a refeed and recarb and stuff like that. Crazy, just absolutely crazy. And so I realized that, what it is that I ordered. I end up ordering pizza. What did the pizza have? The pizza had carbs and stuff like that. So I just realized, what? A all carnivore diet is just not going to work for me. It gave fantastic results when it came to weight loss. But it did not, overall, it wasn't sustainable. Not for me, at least. You could try carnivore yourself. You may find the carnivore to work out pretty good for you. Again, I'm telling you, if you do the carnivore, you're going to have fantastic weight loss. But you are going to hit a wall, and you need to be kind of mindful of that. And you have to ask yourself, can you do this long term? Because when you do hit that wall, the only route with the carnivore diet, the only way to overcome that is you have to make sure you're taking in the exact amount of calories that you plan on taking. And if you think that you cannot overeat with carnivore, I will let you know you can overeat with carnivore. Okay, you got something that you can do, especially when it comes to fats and stuff like that. The fats are going to create a scenario where the calories are going to add up pretty darn quick. Another thing to know when you're trying to do stuff like the carnivore diet is that by not having carbs, your muscle performance is going to be less than when you do have carbs, and that's because the glycogen in your muscles are going to be completely drained. And because you don't have enough carbs like in your system, that muscle glycogen, which is just going to be that free amount of energy that your muscles can tap into, you're not going to have that. So your muscle is going to start is going to have to utilize the fat, and to utilize the fat, that's going to be a more strenuous process compared to just using the glycogen that's already in your muscle. So that's something to keep in mind. So if you're really trying to push yourself in the gym and trying to build muscle, while you think all of that high protein is good, at the end of the day, not having the carbs is going to really destroy that performance. I'm pretty sure if you ask any sports scientist, they will pretty much agree that the carbs is what is going to give you healthy performance when it comes to bodybuilding or strength training in the gym, or doing any type of other athletic activities. It really does come down to the carbs itself. The protein is very good for consuming all of that protein is what you need for the repairing process of your muscle, which is the growth process of your muscle, that recovery. That's what you need all that protein for. That protein does not fuel your muscles. The carbs fuel your muscles. The protein repairs your muscles, which allows your muscles to grow. So that's why you need to have that balance and stuff that's why that works out. But you could still do all of that on a carnivore diet. You just have to be aware that it's just going to be a little bit harder. So if you are going to do something like a carnivore, I really would suggest that you have a more simple workout routine, something that's going to not keep you in the gym too long. And I definitely would be very careful with the cardio that you do. Maybe have the cardio sometime after, and just keep it at a nice zone 2 cardio and stuff like that. That's just some suggestion from, and I only got it from my failures that I went through. So anyway, I used the hypertrophy training. I had jacked up the calories I was eating. And I just kind of focused on building muscle. So my weight was just slowly starting to go a little bit up, and then it just kind of stabilized. My weight bounces between 363 and 367. So it's just bouncing. It just goes up and down each week. And it just stays within that 5-pound range and stuff like that. So it's not bad or anything like that, but and again, I do know that my muscle is growing only because my strength is increasing, right? So every week I'm doing progressive overloading. I'm adding more weights to it, and I'm seeing everything go up. So I know I'm building muscle. I'm able to do more reps. I'm able to lift more weights. And again, I've seen a lot of success over these last few months. I've seen my bench press go from 80 pounds all the way up to 145 pounds. I hold back only because sometimes I will get a little bit crazy when it comes to adding the weight, and I'll end up working towards failure. And anytime you work towards failure, you're going to end up having a longer recovery period. So that's why I have to hold back. But I know if I was doing a 1-rep max that I could easily do over 160 pounds, no problem. I could probably, for 1-rep max, I could probably get somewhere between 180 to 200 pounds if I wanted to, safely with no assist. But for my working weight, and that's what I'm often referred to when I'm talking about my weights, is my working weight I got that from 80 pounds all the way up to like 145 pounds. And I did that all over the course of like um, 2 months of hard training and stuff like that. I would say like like 1 month was like a little bit of soft training, and like 2 months was more hard training because there was a times where I didn't work out that week, but during the last 2 months, I've been getting more frequent with my workouts. So that's how I know everything was coming together. So my strength was increasing. I was doing pretty good in the gym. It's just in terms of the weight loss. Technically, I am losing weight, but I'm also building muscle each week. Am I building like a pound of muscle every week? No, but I'm probably building about a quarter of a pound. I would say maybe a quarter of a pound or less each week. So I'm gaining like a quarter of a pound, but I'm not like losing that much fat. So I'm kind of at that. I'm kind of at that standstill. So, you know, this month I had decided to start dialing back on the calories. So at first I was consuming somewhere between 2,300 to 2,600 calories. Then I dialed it back down to like 2,300. Then I dialed it down to 2,100. And of course, which led me into the current circumstances. So this month, my finances were starting to get a little bit more tight. I had some issues with my car months ago, and that kind of tightened up my finances. The current economic state of the United States of America is not good. And because it's not good, certain things are becoming way more expensive. For example, food. Just for example, this week I got paid. So every time the around the 14th or 15th of the month, that's when I re up on my supplies, and I buy everything that I need. I buy my food for the month and everything, my cat supplies and stuff. All this stuff, because my end of the month check is my rent check, and my middle of the month check is my food supply debt payment check. I get paid bi-monthly. I don't get paid bi-weekly. Mm. The only bad part about the turmeric is that it makes your tongue look a little bit yellow. But anyway, so I went to the store and I was just doing my normal routine. Because I had just intended to keep the diet between 2,000 to 2,100 calories. I went in and I was just buying my cat supplies. I got four cats. I usually go through about 50 pounds of cat litter. I got that. And I usually buy like about 16-pound bag of cat food and some wet cat food, and some other miscellaneous stuff. I brought some bar soap. I like to get natural soap and stuff like that. And just some other small stuff. I usually buy a lot of my food at Aldi's, so I just got some just some supplies and stuff. That came to like $150. It went over $150 to be exact, and I was like, "What? Walmart is a trap." I'm trying to figure out some alternatives to Walmart, but my goodness, it is a trap when it comes to prices. I mean, my goodness. Even though Aldi's is better, um, I had to make some hard choices. So the cost of living is going up, and it seems like every few months it increases by like $20 or $50. So I had to make a executive choice, and I had to do stuff that was more within my budget. I even dialed back down on the amount of Turk Builder that I'm taking. So I like to take two tablets of Turk Builder every day. I doubt that down to only one. Um, this month just happened to be the month where I had to resupply on my protein powder. What I normally do is I buy like a bulk amount of protein powder, and that pretty much, is able to get me through like about, I would say like about 3 or 4 months, because I like to have different flavors. For my recipes that I do, I like to create different ice cream like shakes. You know what I'm saying? So that means I need to have like different protein powders as a base. So I might have a strawberry based protein powder, a vanilla based protein powder, a chocolate based protein powder, and I usually try to have like a other miscellaneous type of protein powder. And with these combined, it's able to get me through about 3 months. So this month I had to load up on some protein powder, and last time I tried the Jocko protein powder. This time I am trying some of this HTLT protein powder. Now, the one I ordered, which should be coming today, actually, I ordered fruity cereal, maple cookie, and I ordered chocolate peanut butter. I wanted to also get the vanilla ice cream, but I just couldn't because I just couldn't afford it. So I just got those three, and they're pretty good. One scoop, 25 servings per container, and 25 grams of protein. So I think they're pretty good overall. Mm. Now, one of the reason why I actually got this fruity cereal flavored one is because there is a recipe that I thought about, and I am trying to make it. So, growing up, I really loved cereal as a child. I know cereal is getting a bad rep because everybody's going like, "Hey, the cereal has all of this sugar. All of this sugar is not good for your kids and stuff like that." I get it. I understand. But you know what? I'm not gonna. My parents did what they had to do to raise me and my siblings. It's a lot of us, believe it or not. So I have no hatred or disrespect towards my parents. I enjoyed the cereal, as do many kids. So it is what it is. I love cereal so much. And it was one of the harder things that I gave up as an adult, because it was just it's just too fattening, right? So I really don't eat cereal like that. I don't. I think the last time I even brought cereal, it'll be like something like Raisin Bran. Um, but yeah, I miss cereal. Uh, so I thought of an idea to try to recreate, cereal using oatmeal. So I'm going to basically create like a protein oatmeal. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the oatmeal and I'm going to put it in soy milk and put it in the and mix it with a fruity cereal protein powder. And I'm going to basically overnight oats, flavored with a fruity cereal protein powder. And I'm hoping this is going to create like a fruity cereal type of concoction from the oatmeal. Basically, like having the soggy fruity cereal, which is something that I love. I always like to let the cereal get real soggy. So I would pack the bowl up with cereal, put a little bit of milk in there, let it get nice and soggy, and that's how I would love to eat it. So I'm thinking I could almost create something similar by putting the soy milk, adding this protein powder, and putting the oats in, and just leaving that in the fridge and just eating it in the morning. So overnight oats with a fruity cereal protein twist. So I'm really looking forward to that. And what I will do is this maple cookie flavor is also something because I like that maple flavor. So I'm thinking I can combine this also with the oatmeal, but instead of having it as cold, I was going to basically heat it up. So I'll cook the oatmeal, cook it with soy milk, add this maple cookie protein powder to it, and I think that'll create a really good flavor. I think it'll create a really good flavor. But anyway, those are the protein powders that I brought. And it only cost me, because I used the discount code Greg, and I was able to get 15% off. So if you use Greg Doucet's promotion, you get a discount. And I think, using coupons and these people's discount codes, I think that's like the easy way to save some money. So it only cost me for those three things of protein powder $127 with shipping. So I thought that was pretty good. It's about as much as what I paid for my other proteins. It's a little bit cheaper because of that discount code. So I'm not complaining about that. Oh yeah, by the way, that discount code is not my. I don't have a discount code. That is Coach Greg Doucet's discount code. So that's his stuff. But anyway, so I'm making some slight changes with my diet. Just wanted to make a video for you guys showing, what's in my fridge, what's in my cabin, so you can get an idea of what I'm eating. Recently I had to make some changes to my diet and to my routine due to some economic factors, but just thought I'd just go ahead and just show you guys. So here we go. All right, let's look into the fridge. Just got some basic condiments. Nothing really special, just some basic stuff. I don't really use these too much. Of course, I have some butter. And then, the main staple of my diet is eggs, some soy milk, some purified water, chilling, some cheese. I get a lot of my stuff from Aldi's, and some wraps for my breakfast wraps that I like to make. Then you can look into the freezer. These are just some ice packs I use to put inside my lunch bag to keep my food, from spoiling. But yeah, pretty much just some frozen bananas, some berries. I pretty much use these for my protein shakes. And this is like my main meal. As you can see, I have them frozen in baggies. And all this is just spinach, rice, and ground beef. Some changes that I made with my diet is I now have a chicken version. So this one is basically a chicken quarter that I kind of just broke up, and it has rice and spinach. So just like the ground beef, and just chicken. Let's look into the cabins. So this is where I keep all my seasoning. As you can see, there's not really much. Just some parsley, some Italian seasoning, some different salts, different peppers and stuff like that, some chili powder. I don't really have to use, cinnamon and that stuff. I don't really have to get too much into the apple cider vinegar or the oils and stuff like that. And this is just where I keep the stuff that I make from my tea and my coffee. So, it'll either be coffee or it'll be tea. Excuse, my cats are playing rough. And of course I like to sweeten it with honey. I like to use this hazelnut coffee creamer. Now I'll either go with this multi-collagen here, or I will go with this BioTrust Golden Milk. It has turmeric in it. And that's pretty much what all goes into my coffee or tea. Then we can look at the cabinets. The top shelf is where I keep all my cats' food and supply and stuff at. But yeah, so this is the main, this shelf right here. I like to think of it as carb central, but yeah, you know, my rice, oatmeal. This is something new that I'm adding to my diet. Essentially, I'm just taking this oatmeal and I'm combining it with this Fruity Pebble protein powder, and I'm gonna basically put some soy milk in there, soak it overnight, and I think I could make something that's gonna taste like cereal. So, wish me luck on that. This is just some different sauces that I like to add to my breakfast wraps. So pretty much, I now have like two options when it comes to breakfast. I could either make like a oatmeal protein powder type of combo, or I can make like a breakfast wrap with egg, cheese, and salsa. The peanut butter is for, I usually like to add the peanut butter to my protein shakes. So, you know, peanut butter banana, even though my protein shake has like a peanut butter, like it has like a peanut butter cup kind of flavor, I like to add the banana to it. It's just some stuff that I like to snack on, like some coconut, some dark chocolate and coconut covered almonds, or some bread and butter pickles. Occasionally, I kind of get a craving for, you know, noodles, and so I might have that from time to time. But it's like rare, as you can see. There's only like 2 of these packages, so I rarely use it. Now, the bottom shelf is what I'm really proud of. Look at that. Harder than last time supplements. Look at this stuff. My collection is growing. As you can see, I have the fish oil, the One A Day Man. I still am trying to get through this Jocko pre-workout. As you guys know, I really don't like this pre-workout. It's just the taste and smell is just, it's just not for me. Then you got my other supplements, the creatine, Turk Builder Plus, GO2 Mac, and G-Test. And these are just some samples that came with some of my orders. I still haven't tapped into this stuff. When I finish that Jocko pre-workout, it's going to be this this pre-workout peach ring flavor is what I'm going for. But I'm excited to try this Dragonberry. So it's going to be, one of these are going to be the pre-workouts that I go for. So I tried one of this and this was awesome, but I haven't tried this one yet, and I haven't tried this one yet. So one of these 3 is going to be the pre-workout that I go for. This pre-pump Tiger Blood, I don't know how that is. I gotta try that. But yeah, these are the protein powders that I went with. I still have a little bit of these Jocko protein left over, but it's like real little. So I gotta go ahead and finish that off. But yeah, these are the proteins that I got left. I mean, these are the new proteins that I ordered. So this actually just came in today. So this fruity cereal, this maple cookie. I'm really excited for the maple cookie. And this chocolate peanut butter cup, which is basically going to be my, add that banana. It's going to be chocolate peanut butter banana. So that's what I'm looking forward to. But yeah, that's what's in my cabin. That's what I'm eating. Now, is everything perfect? No, it's not. You know, from time to time, I will still splurge. You know what I'm saying? Like, on occasion, I might order some Domino's pizza, and I like to order, you know, like a New York style medium crust, and I like to put, you know, pepperoni, pineapple, and jalapenos on there. And I like to order a second pizza, which will be like a hand tossed medium pizza, and it will have marinara sauce instead of that robust sauce, and it will have like some Italian sausage, mushrooms, and black olives. And of course, I like to order the little marble brownie. And so so altogether, that is like 3,000, 4,000, about 4,000 calories right there. And that'll be like a splurge. And I might do that like once a month. So again, it's not perfect, but again, it's not too bad. But yeah, that'll be like the type of splurge that I'll do. And again, it's rare that I do that now, only because my finances have gotten a bit tight. But yeah, that's what's in my fridge. That's what's in my cabin, you know. Now, the only thing I am disappointed is that all of this together kind of reduces my protein intake by about 40 grams from where I had it, and I'm not too happy about that. But you know, you got to do what you got to do to survive in these economic times. I can't control the economy, but I can control how I react to the economy. So it is what it is. But anyway, that's all I had to show for what's in my fridge, what's in my cabin. You guys got an idea of what it is that I'm eating on a day-to-day basis, and I hope this helps. I catch you guys next time. Um, what I'm going to do is I'm going to reduce the calories down to 1900. Eventually, I'm going to reduce the calories even further down, only because I'm trying to like spend less money on food. So over time, I will get rid of some stuff and originally get it down to like about 18, somewhere between 1500 to 1800 calories, depending. I really don't want to go down to 1500, but that's something that I might have to do only because of the economic times that we live in. So if we kind of look at the diet overall, let me just zoom in a little bit for you guys, make that easier for you to see. All right, so what I'm doing is, did I update this? No, let me update this. Okay, so I will have two meals. And for my breakfast, I got like two options. And for my lunch, I have like two options. And for my dinner, it will be one of three options. So the first option that I have for my breakfast is, excuse me, the first option that I have for my breakfast is, oh, there it is. Sorry. The first option that I have for my breakfast is going to be the protein oatmeal. And this could be made one or two ways. It'll either be made using the fruity cereal protein powder, or it will be used. It will be made using the maple cookie flavored protein powder. It'll either be hot or it'll either be cold, but essentially it'll be one serving of oatmeal, one scoop of protein powder, and it'll be uh, half a cup. No, it'll be like one or half a cup of soy milk, and maybe a little bit of butter. If I heat it up, I'll put a little bit of butter on there. But that's essentially going to be it. So that's the first option. The second option is going to be a cheesy egg wrap, and so it will be just a tortilla wrap, a flour tortilla wrap that I have, and I'll put on like four eggs, some cheese, and a little bit of salsa, and that'll be it. So that's my second option for breakfast. When it comes to my lunch, normally I consume like 1 pound of ground beef, but I went ahead and cut that in half. Guys, the price of ground beef is ridiculous. The price of beef and meat overall is ridiculous. So I'm cutting back on the meat only because I I can't really afford it. So I'm for my lunch is going to be half a pound of ground beef, a fourth of a cup of rice, and this is when it's dry. I have it cooked, of course, and it will be 3 cups of spinach. So what I did was I just cooked all of my ground beef all at the same time. I divided it up for 20 days, and I brought like 10 pounds of ground beef, and I divided that into like 20 days. And each baggie will have like half a pound of ground beef, um, the serving of rice cooked, and spinach. And I just have that sealed in the freezer. Tastes pretty good actually. That's like the first option. Because I couldn't afford all that ground beef, I also brought some chicken. So pretty much the same setup like the ground beef, but with chicken. And what I did was, because the chicken has like less protein compared to the ground beef, so you have to have more chicken in there. I brought these chicken quarters, and essentially I'll have like a chicken quarter, some rice, and some spinach. So one option is beef, rice, and spinach, and the other option is chicken, rice, and spinach. And so those are the options for lunch. And then, me for dinner, I'll have like a protein shake. And, the protein shake is still going to be made the same. It'll be like, 2 scoops of protein powder, half a banana. It'll be like a half or a cup of soy milk. And, it'll be the whatever protein powder that I'm using. Obviously I got 3 choices. So, but more than likely it'll be like the chocolate peanut butter one will be what I'm going through. I'll probably vary between the chocolate peanut butter and the maple cookie for my protein shake. Those will probably be my most variation. The fruity cereal is mostly going to be reserved for um, the oatmeal. So yeah, that's pretty much the diet. Basically, it's not that much different. All I did was cut the protein in half, um, and I increased the carbs a little bit more. And so I have all this stuff baked into MyFitnessPal, and this is kind of the breakdown that you get from the MyFitnessPal. 134 grams of carbs, 94 grams of fat, and 141 grams of protein. I'm not too happy about the reduction in protein, but hey, it is what it is. I can't really control stuff like that. And so the calories is 1,927 calories. Now, in time, what I'll end up doing is I'll end up getting rid of maybe like cut these eggs. I'll either get rid of the rice, or I will get rid of the soy milk. But it'll be like one of those will be what I get rid of, because I don't want to get rid of any more protein. So if I do reduce this down to like 1,800 calories, it's most likely because I got rid of the rice. But anyway, so that is the update to the diet. Um, Again, I didn't really want to mess with my diet like that, but circumstances. I'm sure you guys understand. Uh, the good thing is that now I've created a diet that has a lot more variety to it. I now have 2 options for breakfast. I now have 2 options for lunch, which is my main meal, and I got pretty much the same amount of options that I had for dinner. Actually, I got one less option because I used to have more variety of protein powders. Now I only got 3. So before I had 4, so now I only got 3, and that's okay. I'm not too hung up about it. But yeah, the diet is what it is. It's going to be around 1,900 calories. So I should start seeing the weight reduce some more. I've already actually started on this diet because I brought my groceries around like the 14th. So I weighed myself and I'm at 367.7 pounds, which is to be understand because, of course, um, it's a change in the diet, it's an increase in carbs. Oh yeah, you know what? I also forgot to include, in my diet, I have my work tea or my work coffee, and each one has the same base: 2 tablespoons of honey, a half a cup of soy milk, a little bit of coffee creamer, and either my plain collagen or it'll be my multi collagen that has the turmeric in it. And I got different flavor tea bags, and of course I have coffee. So those are the option for my coffee that I like to sip on throughout the day. So yeah, that is the diet. That is the update to the diet. I still got to make a few more videos talking about things, but those will get posted at a later time. Anyway, if you guys have any questions, let me know. But you know, it is what it is. I did not want to make this change to my diet so soon. I was always going to, of course, reduce the diet later on. But due to the economics, later on became last week. So, so it is what it is. I can't. You understand. Anyway, I will catch you guys next time. Thank you for for making it to this part of the video. And remember, stay on the path.